everybody, and welcome everybody to PPP. Welcome. Oh, I gotta mute this. Everybody to PPP versus CR. I cannot see what the bands are. I think they might be swapping to a different drafter. So we'll switch to this real quick until we get that figured out. Yeah, okay, so they are going to use drafter here. But yes, we do have PPP versus CR quarterfinals. Season 13 Beer League Stout. Put me in, coach. Let me at him. That shed. Alright, we got the drafter coming up here. None. Spectator. I don't think I've ever seen this website. A little off here. Close enough to serve our purposes here. Um, uh, yeah, this is what we're gonna do. We're just gonna remove this. No, not that. This. There we go. This is what we're gonna do for now, since it is so wonky. All right, we got Yasuo Misfortune ban against CR and Vigo and Italy ban against PPP. To be understood. Probably Pyro's two most played champions in the beer league. And then the Silas ban against who even is like CR's mid laner Caress. Okay. Eric, Bernie. Okay. All right. I like those bans. I would have really liked to see a Yon ban or a Zahen ban because Bernie actually showed a lot of promise on that. But I think those are pretty good bans. MF is stupidly OP right now, so I'm not surprised that she got banned. And then Smolder getting banned away from, is it Empirical or is it Jubilee? It is Jubilee. So that is actually a pretty good ban. Jubilee loves Smolder. And J4 being picked up for Pyrowin on B1. J4, one of those staple champions that you see in the beer league. I'm not surprised that it is being played this time around as well. If only my jungler played it. Xin Zhao getting picked up on red side. I really like the Xin Zhao into J4 matchup. I feel like Xin Zhao can duel J4 pretty heavily in the early game and also disengage J4 flag and drag in the mid to late game. And then Tristana being picked up for. I always have a hard time remember who CR is. Stone G. Okay. It could also be Tristana mid though. We'll just have to wait and find out. But I really like Tristana Xin Zhao into the J4 matchup. But on that note, I really like Seraphine into Xin Zhao and Tristana. Seraphine is one of those champions that is insanely hard to just kind of run at, just kind of all in. So unless you're able to get some sort of pick. I don't know about the Seraphine Kai'Sa duo. Because Seraphine isn't your typical enchanter support. She's actually more of like a damage support. Uh, Her heal and her shield have way too long of cooldown to be, in my opinion, considered a enchanter support. And then I really like Kai'Sa though. Kai'Sa is also one of those champions that's just insanely strong right now. Hyper carry, multiple build paths to fit any situation. So I really like the Kai'Sa hyper carry right now. And then Nami being picked up for CR. I like the Tristana Nami combo. Um, I feel like the fact that Tristana is able to just jump in and engage. I would probably agree with you, Zor. I think Tristana is better than Kai'Sa Sarah. Um, I feel like Tristana is just one of those champions that is able to make full use of like Nami E in on their own discretion. Um, and then Mel being banned away from PPP. I don't know who on the side of PPP plays that. It must be Biscuit Boy, but I also know Pyro One plays it. Sometimes Pyro One will flex the mid and play it. So who knows? And then Mordekaiser for um, PPP's ban against CR. Their last ban was Ornn. Okay, so Ornn is this last ban here. And Darius. Okay. I don't think I've ever seen Bernie play Darius. He might have played this season on it so far, but I'm not entirely sure. Aurora getting picked up for CR. I'm assuming that's going to be Caress on Aurora, but we have seen Aurora in the top lane as well, so who knows? But that was Slamurai playing it, so Slamurai just kind of does whatever he wants to do. So we can't really say that Aurora is a top lane champion simply because Slamurai plays it. Malphite, another pretty standard beer league champ. Just one of those champions that you like to always have on your team. Have that pretty guaranteed engage as well as being a pretty beefy frontline tank. And then Orianna, so they're just going for the Wombo, the straight up Wombo with the Kai'Sa hyper carry. I like it. Historically, Wombo combo teams do very, very well in the beer league. And it will be Aurora mid lane with Cho'Gath going top. Cho'Gath on the Bernie. I don't know how you feel about putting your star top laner on a utility tank. Um, but Cho'Gath also has the ability to completely take over games if he gets going. So we'll see. Um, in terms of comp, I really like PPP's comp. I am a huge fan of Wombo combos. This is a Wombo combo team if I've ever seen one. Um, CR is more looking for, I would say probably picks between Xin Zhao, Nami, and Cho'Gath. Um, Kind of disjointed team fighting, just a little bit. They do have a lot of damage on the side of CR though. Um, so we'll see. I really like PPP's comp. Um, and I'm gonna go ahead and put my money in PPP's basket here, but you can never really um, leave out CR in terms of winning because Bernie Bernie is one of those guys. Oh, absolutely, Tom. Absolutely. Um, I would say I would say CR definitely has a better bot lane. Um, I feel like the other two lanes are kind of neutral. I don't think Cho'Gath ever really kills Malphite. And I don't think Aurora. Uh, I don't. Well, I think if Malphite misplays, he can definitely die to Cho'Gath. But a lot of Cho'Gath damage. But yeah, but Malphite E. Like why? Yeah, you could max W and get the auto attack damage, but in this case, like a big part of Cho'Gath damage is E max, so you would probably either put at least 3 points into Malphite E or just straight up max it. Especially going into something like Xin Zhao in Tristana, like maxing Malphite E is probably the right move here. So I don't know. Cho'Gath knocks you up, silences you, and gets like one E off before Malphite E Qs and walks away. So I don't. I honestly, if Malphite plays it right, Malphite should never die to Cho'Gath. Yeah, he does. But again, if you max E on Malphite, you have pretty dang good clear. So it's not like you can't just instant clear your wave and walk out. Yeah, but knowing beer league Malphites as well, he's probably going for a Q max with Comet, which I don't think would be the right play into a Cho'Gath simply because of he has all that sustain. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, but we'll see. Yeah, I would agree. Malphite has a better chance of scaling into the late game if he goes grasp, because but he's not gonna get the Q bully on Cho'Gath. Has way too much sustain. So I sliced my thumb open with a pair of scissors today, trying to break down some boxes. I could see the bone. No, I'm good. Hmm. Trevor, what do you think? Do you think who do you think wins this one? I personally think PPP in terms of drafts. I think PPP won draft like hands down. Um, but again, like we're talking about CR here, so CR has quite the history of winning. Let's just say. Okay, I like that. I agree, Trevor. I am excited. How do you feel about Trevor? How do you feel about DOT going to finals? I told you they're gonna be a completely different team coming into the playoffs. I straight up told you that. So I I am excited to see DOT in the finals. One of the Yeah, I think DOT won by default their first week. Um, and then I think they lost. It was either 4 or 5 in a row. And now they're in the finals after making some big draft changes um, and all that fun stuff. Then now they're in the finals. So I'm super excited to face them. What was it?
Welcome
No.
to Summoner's Rift.
What was it? Oh. How do you do this again?
30 seconds until minions spawn.
There we go. That was a little too zoomed out. It looks like Malphite did go grasp, so I like that. Didn't get roped into Comet. That's good.
Minions have spawned.
Quick rundown through this runes here. We got Grass, Conqueror, Arcane Comet. Don't Trust usually go PTA? I could be completely wrong on that. But I feel like Trust usually go PTA. And then we have Airy, pretty standard. Airy, Lethal Tempo, Phase Rush, Conquer. Okay, I like it all. Okay. I feel like they need the crush lane though, because I think mid to late game, CR does not win team fights. Some good damage coming on to Eric 29 here. Jubilee and Kawas Tau showing some dominance in the bot lane. And Stone G just going in here. Okay, getting some big damage down. I'm surprised Turd Aggro didn't hit him there. Nicely done by CR to push level 2 first though. Ooh, nice sidestep by Biscuit Boy to dodge the Aurora W. I don't even think Malphite should be wasting mana on Qs, honestly. Okay, nice volley done by... Ooh, Jubilee has to flash out here. Stone G isn't going to commit with the flash himself, but is going to get some damage down on the Kawas Tau. Bernie trading with Muffin Man. But Bernie will be able to farm this entire wave and get all that health back. Nicely done. Oh, I think Bernie gets a kill here. Oh no, he's not going to commit the flash forward. Ooh, the exhaust comes out. Nicely done. Pyroin. Flag and Drag was flashed, but enough damage went down on Stone G to get the kill over to Kai'Sa. Exactly who he wanted on. I think if Bernie flashed forward there, he killed Muffin Man. Like, hands down. Like, Muffin Man being that far up with no mana. See, this is kind of what I was talking about. Like, Muffin Man can just instant clear waves. It looks like he is maxing E, which I thought was the right thing to do as well. Pyron will be spot out on a ward here. Looking to take these Krugs away. He's going to get a slight trade out. Eric 29 is being supported by Caress here, though, and Bernie is on the way as well. Pyroin doesn't have flash, so he is going to go down. Caress picking up the kill. Kind of a greedy play by Pyro in there. Score is 1-1. Pretty even gold, maybe 100 gold advantage on the side of CR. And Biscuit Boy is trying to sidestep the Aurora W here. Is not able to, though, but is able to get a trade down himself. Bernie pulling ahead in CS here. Not surprising. Ah, Muffin Man, you can't use your mana like that. Level 1 Q doesn't do crap. And Muffin Man falling behind CS here. Gets the Q down for a tower, but is probably going to have to back. This doesn't have the mana. Ooh, and Stone G going back in on the Jubilee here. Ooh, big damage. The heal does come out. Stone G is going to get out. Okay. Not exactly sure what that was. Didn't even get the demolish proc. not entirely sure what happened there. Just took a lot of free damage for no reason. Muffin Man does not have any mana still, though. But Muffin Man does have to back here and get more mana, or else he's going to fall even further behind in CS. Okay, that is Feast going down for Cho'Gath, and pretty much all of his kill pressure. And Pyroin is here. Muffin Man looking, and Bernie will be going down to Muffin Man. Trying to get that demolish proc on the turret with having no vision. Will cost him his life, but CR will take Dragon to retaliate. 500 gold lead over, or about 700 now, over to the side of PPP. But now Cho'Gath has even more sustain. Jubilee going in, really aggressive here. Ooh, oh, Stone G gets picked up by the Seraphine E, and Eric Wool is gonna die here. I'm assuming it's gonna be given over to Jubilee. Yep, nicely done. Beats of Warfare going down. Nice ult by Biscuit Boy to try and save Pyrowin, but he is gonna go down to the Xin Zhao. And Biscuit Boy getting hit by the Bernie Q. Phase Rush does proc. I don't see any way out here. I think he's just gonna have to buy time, or he's just gonna go through the enemy jungle. Tristana is gonna be here though with the jump. And Biscuit Boy commits the flash and is able to it is gonna get out. PPP coming to assist their boy Biscuit Boy on the great escape. Nicely done. Biscuit Boy does not have TP though, so it took a lot of time. Okay. Muffin Man going in. Eric 29 probably gonna go down here. He does. And Pyrowin trying to do his best to get the flag and drag, but it does not land. And then in the bot lane, Stone G picking up a kill onto Jubilee. And that will be Muffin Man going down to Caress as well. 2 kills picked up for Caress. Trades going across the entire board here. And PPP falling a little further behind. And that will be 3 turret plates going over the Bernie as well. That's quite a bit of gold. Got 800 gold lead in the top lane. Or 900 gold lead in the top lane almost. Jungle is about even. 500 gold in the mid lane for the side of CR as well. And then PPP is a little ahead on the ADC in the bot lane and a little behind on the support. It looks like Kai'Sa is going to go into the Kraken Slayer build here, which I think is the right way to go. You're a little AP heavy between the Malphite and the Orianna and Seraphine, so going the on-hit AD, I like. Ooh, is able to dodge the Burning Q. He's hitting the minions though. He's not getting these grass procs, and this will be Muffin Man going down probably. The chomp, yep. See, that is a misplay, Tom. You cannot tell me that was not a misplay. And Jubilee will be going down again. Stone G might probably gonna pick up the Catalyst out here too, and is gonna flash late. And CR picking up kills across the board. 2,700 gold lead at 11 minutes. Wow. But as we were talking about before, CR does have stronger lanes, so I do foresee the early game going over to them. But we're just gonna have to see how PPP's team comp plays out in the team fights of the mid game and late game. Alright, let's take a look at items. We got Hearthstone complete for Cho'Gath, Sundered Sky for Xin Zhao, Blackfire Torch for the Orianna, what are these things called again? Yuntiles for Tristana. So all first items complete on the side CR, and only Kraken Slayer completed for the side PPP. And Cho'Gath is going into the mid lane here. I kind of like this lane swap. Oh my! Oh my! That was a lot of damage coming out from Bernie. The Heartsteel proc plus the Emax Cho'Gath. I think he has probably like 5 stacks, 4 stacks. One of them is a champion though, so. Galistao is going to get engaged on here. The Nami ult comes out with the Seraphine ult going in as well. Eric29 still alive. He will go down to Pyrowind, and a 2-man rupture by Bernie. He's going to keep going in here, but it looks like the director camera is just going to watch Pyrowind get killed by Stone G. Muffin Man ults to save PPP's bot lane, but he might be a little stuck here now. Muffin Man's probably going to go down, but in all fairness, he did save the support and bot lane of PPP, so a worthy trade. 1 for 2 for the side of CR. And the gold lead has expanded into a 4K gold lead at 13 minutes. That is huge. That's a completed item in almost a half of a lead for CR right now. Absolutely massive at 14 minutes in the game. I understand what PPP is trying to do in doing these aggressive plays. Pyrowin's always been kind of an aggressive player, kind of taking the long shot, and I understand it. But this is a team comp that you kind of just have to let it play out into the mid to late games, and they were trying so hard to force these fights. Then again, maybe they weren't forcing. CR did engage, so I can't be. It's kind of unfair to me to say that PPP is trying to force fights. Muffin Man exchanging with Bernie here. It is a 1v2. Eric29 is here. It looks like he is going to go in. Oh, Caress on the flank. This will be Muffin Man going down. Pyroin might be able to get out with his life, and he will take the blast cone out. Caress on that heavy flank. Catalyst Tau walking out to the safety of his turret, and he is going to die for it. Stone G making full use of the Tristana kit here. And it looks like CR might just be running away with this game. Oh, they didn't know Caress was there. Nice combo. And that will be Caress going down. Will Bernie follow? Pyroin doesn't have the flag and drag for another. Oh, he does. Ooh, and that would be best. Oh, Biscuit Boy is able to flash out. And he goes back in and Bernie flashes in to get the ulti. Can Pyroin take down Bernie? He's not gonna. He's gonna walk out. Nicely played by Bernie. But also nicely played by Pyroin and Biscuit Boy to get the kill on the Caress. And this gold lead just expands ever more. 5.4k gold lead. And they're playing very aggressive here with no vision. CR is going to collapse onto the engage. And that will be Pyroin going down. Can Muffin Man take down Stone G before he dies? He does not. Stone G takes down Malphite. And this will be Catalyst Tau going down to the Xin Zhao. Wow. Now that was forced. That was forced. And I agree, Zor, they have to play around the Wombo combo. They have to play safer and play into the mid game. But this probably is Biscuit Boy going down as well, and he is. And I think Jubilee's going to fall as well. Wow, Bernie landing all of these ruptures. And CR is just walking away with this game. Feels bad as a Malphite to have to rush Hollow Radiance, but that just is what it is. How can PPP pull themselves back into this game? An 8k gold deficit at 17 minutes. That is astounding. That is sheer and total domination by CR. So I really hope PPP can claw their way back. Trying to think of how they could do it. I mean, with a full Wombo, I don't know. I think Cho'Gath is way too tanky now. He can literally just split the entire team fight if Jarvan tries to go in with Malphite and Orianna combo. Like, Cho'Gath just walks up and completely shuts down Jubilee and Seraphine. So I'm not sure. I'm not sure how PPP, and this is probably Jubilee going down. That Cho'Gath damage is absolutely insane. The big, wow, the heartsteel, absolutely nuts. And it looks like Pyroin and Biscuit Boy are going to take him down for a shutdown onto Orianna. Probably the one you want to have it on. Eric20, oh, Malphite. Wow, big Wombo combo coming out from PPP, but they just don't have the damage. Eric29 lives, but not for long. Pyroin takes him down, caresses to follow, and it looks like Stone G does jump in, and wow, big team fight coming out from PPP to get a little bit of gold back in their pockets. Quite a few shutdowns. If Pyroin was able to get that shutdown on the Stone G, that would have been massive. but they will have to settle for 4 kills and a dragon. And TP is probably a little forced here. I don't mind the secure on it, but you're going to miss a little bit of XP and gold in the mid lane. So that was a good start by PPP to claw their way back into the game. Lowered the deficit to about 5.3k roughly from 8. So nice little swing there in the gold. But can they capitalize on it even more? Caress and Eric29 are here to gank the mid lane here, and the W does land. And Pyrowin ults and flag drags out to try and get out, but he's not able to do it. Stone G gets the reset and jumps back in on the Biscuit Boy. It's a large Seraphine ult coming out, but isn't enough damage to do anything. Biscuit Boy walks back in and gets deleted by Xin Zhao, and that will be Seraphine falling to Stone G as well. 3 down on the side of PPP. There is no Baron up for another 4 minutes, but what will CR do with this advantage? It doesn't look like a whole much, just clear some vision. Rift Arrow will be popped down in the bot lane. It looks like Caress will ride it right into the tower. And they're, oh, I forgot about Otacon. I completely forgot about Otacon. I forgot Otacon was a thing. CR will just grab Otacon. One hit will take down the bot lane turret here. Jubilee looking for Caress, but Caress might actually go down here. Pyro looking to get in there, and does fall, but CR is here to back him up. Pyro left on his own, tries to flag and drag out, but isn't able to get it. So 1-for-1 trade, but Otacon was picked up by CR. I think a big problem that PPP had this game was their distancing. Too many times did they like just step back in just a little too close and get re-engaged on. So I'd like to see them fix that just a little bit next game, regardless of win or loss. And Pyro looking at Eric29 here, but ooh, the Orion does come out. Eric29 is getting engaged on here fully, but he is still alive. The Thunder Sky healing is just way too much, and he lives. CR, the rest of CR here to back him up, and that will be Catalyst Tau going down as well. They have no wave, but they are looking for Jubilee, and we'll get the Jubilee kill as well. But they do not have a wave, so this will give time for Pyro and Catalyst Tau to respawn. Probably gonna drop the inhibitor here. Pyro looking to re-engage on the Bernie here again. Does get locked down, but Bernie is just way too tanky. The Rupture goes out. Xin Zhao comes in. W lands on the Calistel, and the Calistel will get the lead. Stone G shut down by the Jarvan. Caress taking down Biscuit Boy, and the fight is so disjointed. Frontline and backline on each other's. Oh, and that will be Muffin Man going down without picking up a kill, and this will be Jubilee go down as well. And they do have a wave coming in. This will be the game for CR. A pretty decisive game won by CR. A 13k gold lead at 24 minutes. Baron didn't even spawn, and this game is over. Nicely played. Oh, wait. Kind of crazy, not gonna lie. Um, I I I put my eggs in the PPP basket based on team comp. They just were not able to fully realize the wombo combo team fighting. There were so many forced plays. Um, Pyro engaging a lot without any vision, any idea where the rest of CR was, and constantly just getting like engaging, maybe getting a kill or two, but then getting turned back on and dropping 2 kills. So it's like you're getting this one pick, but at what cost? I feel like I watched that happen 4 or 5 times that game, where they're getting this one kill, but then Tristana and Aurora are just there, to kill you and whoever was helping you get that kill. So just a little lack of info on the side of PPP and targeting their engages. Um, and I'd really like to see that be done a little bit better. But this is Pyron we're talking about, and this is Pyron's preferred players. So never count them out. Alrighty, we're into draft for game 2 now. Another pretty standard one. Here, I gotta fix this. CR is on this side now. Wait, what? CR. PPP. Alright, there we go. Alright, it looks like the salty run back bands. Same exact bands from game 1, it seems. And actually, no. Yon is banned this time. I'm trying to think of who it was before in draft 1. It was Silas. So they banned Yon this time instead. Ziggs. I'm assuming that is a Ziggs bot lane. Would be my assumption. I feel like Ziggs has always been strong, Trevor. But it's just kind of like in my opinion, not B1 worthy. It's kind of more of like a situational pick. If you need like good siege clearing, neutralization in the bot lane, that sort of thing. Like I've always found Ziggs to be like a really strong pick into like Caitlyn. If it gets locked in here. Yep. I've always found Ziggs to be really strong into lane bullies like Caitlyn. Um, because you can just keep Caitlyn shoved completely under turret almost all game and not have a care in the world. Um, and Leona being picked up on the side as well. I really like that combo, Caitlyn Leona. Anything that you can combo traps on top of is really nice for Caitlyn. Headshot damage is a big part of her kit. And then Bard. Bard. Do not see a whole lot of Bards. I think our team is the only team to play Bard this season. And I think we only played it once. Oh, you did? I didn't watch the series. Oh, okay. Well, never mind. We are not the only team to play Bard this season. Who are you, Jateos? I have no idea who you are. Ah, wait, you played Bard? Interesting. And the Fury. I am a huge Nefiri enjoyer. I think Nefiri is very exciting to watch, especially with the rework that she got not too long ago. And then Morgana being picked up for Suicide PPP. I'm assuming that is Biscuit Boy mid lane Morgana. Unless it's a mid lane Leona, which I would very much like to see. I would enjoy that. Mel and Trundle banned against PPP. Pyroan is a Trundle enjoyer, so I'm not surprised to see that. And then banning the Mel kind of pushes Sejuani. And then Olaf and Mordekaiser ban over against the size CR. Bernie's Mordekaiser is insane, can confirm. Um, Not entirely sure if I've ever seen Bernie play Olaf, but Sejuani, I am curious about that. I'm sure he has played it in the beer league, but I don't think I've ever watched Pyron play Sejuani. So that's exciting. And Zahan coming down for Bernie. I love it. I absolutely love Zahan. Him and Bessa Renekton all play very similarly, and I love all three of them. So Zahan is one of my favorite champions right now. Um, and then Dr. Mundo for the jungle. Could be Zahan jungle too. I know they did recently buff it to make it feel a little bit better, but I'm assuming that's just Eric 29 on Mundo. And then Bessa. So, a Zahen and Bessa matchup. Let's go. This is going to be exciting. Again, though, it could be Zahen jungle. It does seem like something that Eric 29 would play. So, but I don't foresee Bernie being on Mundo. So I'm gonna assume I'm gonna assume it's Bernie on Zahen in the top lane. Okay, quite a bit of CC coming down for the side of PPP. Um, and then on the side of CR, it's just unkillableness. You have the Bard Ziggs. Very hard to get onto his Ziggs with the amount of rage he has and the wave clear he has. And then you have the Nefiri being able to become untargetable for a time, and then you have Zahen who can essentially revive after dying as long as he has his stacks, and then there's Mundo who's just unkillable. So, and then you have quite a lack of damage on the side of PPP, and that is pretty worrying when you see um, a Mundo on the enemy team. So it's gonna be interesting. Um, will PPP have the damage? Is the question. In this draft, I think CR wins. Um, I wouldn't say decisively, but with with the lack of damage on the side of PPP, I think Mundo is going to be an absolute menace if it does reach late game. Um, and then I really like Zahen and Nafiri, two really strong. Well, Nafiri is more of an assassin now. You used to build her like a bruiser, but now she's like almost purely assassin. So I like that transition for her. I feel like it fits more into her kit than Bruiser does. And then you have in my opinion, the best Bruiser in the game right now is a Hen. Um, oh man, this is gonna be exciting. I'm really excited to watch the Mbessa Zahen matchup. I'm genuinely curious who wins that. Um, if at the very least, I would say it's a skill matchup, so it would come down to individual skill. Um, Better than being someone's bitch, Zor. Um, yeah, I honestly think CR wins this. I was wrong last game though, but I feel like PPP didn't really play to their strengths either. They were never really going for a full team fight. It was mainly just two or three people from PPP jumping on one guy and then getting turned on. So they didn't. I feel like they didn't have. I think there was one full team fight that game, and it was at the very end. And at that point, it was just too late. Um, let's see how much time we got. Oh, they haven't. They just started the in-game draft, so we got minutes now. Okay. Well, I don't really have much more to say. Um, I think the one thing that PPP has going for them is they have lockdown potential. They have quite a bit of CC, um, but do they have the damage to make that matter? Is the question. Is like the number one question. Um, Maybe once they hit like 40 minutes and Bessa and Caitlyn are full build, maybe they have enough damage. But that's kind of a tall order to get to that point. So I think a lot of it will fall down to how Pyroan plays the early game, who he chooses to put his attention towards. I would assume it'd be the bot side, given the Caitlyn Leona lane. It's not impossible for Leona to get onto Ziggs or Bard early game. Um, so I would like to see some really early ganks coming out of Sejuani towards the bot lane. Um, I think they do have the damage to take down Zahen in the early game as well. So um, I don't think you're killing Nafiri with Morgana Sejuani, uh, unless Caress like grossly misplays. So yeah, I don't really have much else to say on the draft. So um, do we have? Is there like a Wordle? Or what is it called? Goldel. Alright, I guess we can do this while we wait. Alright. Oh, that's Opera GX. The sound when typing. I like it. I find it very therapeutic. What champion do you want to start with? Um, let's go Malphite since we just saw it. Male mana melee 2009. So it's a male melee mana champion on release. Um, melee mana. Alistar? Nasus? Yeah, we could try Nasus. So it's not top. I want to say Alistar. What does yellow mean? Partial. Oh, okay. Is Renekton? No, Renekton is manaless. Male melee, male mana melee, God Warrior. Okay. Male mana melee, 2009. Rammus? Is Rammus a release champion? Because Rammus is Shurima, right? Oh, I guess. So it's not jungle either. So it's mid, bot, or support. And partial Shurima. Tarek? It's not God. Isn't isn't Tarek Targon? Isn't Targon like God? Not support. So it's either bot or mid. Uh, I don't know. Cassin? Cassin's not part Shurima. Cassin is part Shurima? The shit? Okay. Alright, Rihi. Alright. Let's get into game two.
Welcome to Summoner's Rift.
Oh, I forgot to switch the. There we go.
30 seconds until minions spawn.
And PPP going for an invade here. I'm not surprised, but we'll be. Wow, okay. Now that I'm looking at the matchups here, it is Muffin Man on the Sejuani in the top lane, and Morgana jungle, which I kind of like, honestly. And Bessa mid.
Spawn.
And it's Nefiri jungle, Mundo in the mid lane. Okay, I like this. I like this a lot. I don't get to see my Mbessa Zahen lane, but that's okay. The W start. Interesting. Good damage going down on the Jubilee there. 1Q with Comet does a lot of damage. Tao taking that electrocute like a champ. And Muffin Man looking to trade, but will get knocked up by Bernie. And Bernie does push to level 2, and he does have Ignite. So Sejuani getting pushed out. Interesting play by Muffin Man there. Good damage coming out from Biscuit Boy. Nicely done. Ooh. Muffin Man doing his best to try and hold on in the top lane here, but is getting chunked. Surprised Bernie hasn't committed to an all-in with Ignite just yet. And Kawastao going on to Stone G here to stop him from pursuing Jubilee any further. Pyroin is here. Yeah, Sejuani AP buffs have been nice. But I don't think it makes that huge of a difference. But it is nice. I don't think it's going to be full AP Sedge. It's probably going to be like a Roa into maybe, ooh, Eric 29 looking for a dive here. Isn't looking to engage just yet. The bar Q does not land, and this will be Eric 29 going down. First blood going over to Tao. Nicely done, and that will be Bard picking up the kills, so the support's picking up the kills in the bot lane here. Ooh. And Muffin Man is going to go down. Pyroin does have red buff. I wonder if he's able to just get onto him here. And he will be going down. Pyroin picking up the return kill into Bernie. No, I think it will be, what it should be, in my opinion, is Roa into, what's that defense mana item called? Ooh, Biscuit Boy picking up a kill, but I think he will die to minions. Yes, he will. But it will be an execute. Nicely done by Biscuit Boy. Fimbulwinter, yeah. So I think it should be Roa into Fimbulwinter. And then you just kind of go straight tank from there. You could go into a Leandries, which is pretty standard for. And Muffin Man getting a good trade in here, but Bernie taking a lot of minion aggro. Yeah, I mean, Muffin Man playing a dangerous game, honestly, because Bernie's about to hit level 6. I don't think he realizes that. Muffin Man has to go in here. And Bernie does. Oh, Bernie dodges the second W. Wow, nice play by Bernie to pick up the solo kill on the Muffin Man. One thing. Ooh, and Biscuit Boy is going on to Eric 29. He will go down. Eric, and then the other Eric 29 has to flash over the wall to get out. Kawastao looking for a bit more, but is assigned to back out. The AP buffs don't really do much if you just go Dorn's Ring. You kind of have to go like at least one AP item. And Biscuit Boy being a little aggressive here. Did not see Navir, but it looks like Navir is not looking to go in. I'm a huge I wouldn't say I'm an AP Sejuani top enjoyer, but I am a Sejuani top enjoyer. And I feel like I've kind of worked out what I think is best. And I think this might be Biscuit Boy going down. Yep, nicely done by Caress to pick up the solo kill there. And the gold is pretty even going into 7 minutes here. 4 and 4 kills on each side. But Zehen is getting a massive lead in the top lane here. Yeah, 1,000 gold lead already at 7 minutes. Nicely done by Kawastao to get that ward. That's one of the main reasons to play Leona. Jubilee is going to get stunned up here. Kawastao trying to stop Jubilee from getting any more damage down, or Eric29 getting more damage down. Ooh! And PPP are going to find Eric29 on his blue buff here. And Biscuit Boy is going to take him down. Nicely done by Pyroin and Biscuit Boy. I play Titanic Triforce Leona top for fun. It looks like Jubilee is going to get forced out here with fear of death. And Pyroin looking to get Void Grubs here, and it looks like he will get maybe saved by Muffin Man, and he does get saved by Muffin Man, but I think... Ooh, Bernie flashes over the wall to dodge the Biscuit Boy ultimate and gets a kill on the Pyroin. This will be Biscuit Boy going down to Caress and Eric29. I think Bernie might be able to take down Muffin Man as well, but he will just queue out. Nicely done by Bernie to dodge that. And Muffin Man looking to get a nice little trade, but almost dies to Bernie. I think he's choosing a really bad place. If Muffin Man... Oh, no, he's about to die here. I think Muffin Man thought that was a skill shot and not a targeted ability. So, slight misplay by Muffin Man. Hey, babe. You going to bed? Alright. Good night. I love you. Alright, getting back into the game here. Had to say goodbye, goodnight to my wife. CR kind of slowly pulling ahead. Bernie making some really good plays. I love you too, Rihi. Biscuit Boy showing his non-boomer hands here. It's not easy to macro Mbessa that like that. So nicely done by him. Eric29 finding Kawastao here and not going to get a whole lot of damage done. One thing I think Muffin Man needs to do is he needs to use his W before he Qs. So you you can dash mid W. So you start your W, you dash forward, you knock them up, and it's guaranteed to hit that second part of W. And that's immediately 2 stacks of your E passive. And Pyroan looking to engage on the Caress here. Is able to break the shield, but Pyroan's getting re-engaged on by Eric29 here. Caress almost goes down to Biscuit Boy, but Biscuit Boy backs up to defend Pyroan. Eric29 going down. Pyroan looking for a little bit more Dragon. And it looks like Muffin Man will go down here to Bernie. Nice solo kill. And Caress looking for the flank here. The Bard ultimate misses all of them. Jubilee getting chunked out by the Ziggs Q. Kawastao going in on the Stone G, but Caress got the flank, but Biscuit Boy is here. And the Dragon will go down to Pyro, and Pyro looking to get a Q maybe onto Eric29. It does land, but he is able to get through the passage. And PPP will just have to back out here. Oh, maybe not. They're playing a really dangerous game here. Eric29 is back. This Bard stun goes down on the Pyroan, but he might just be able to walk out. Nope, Eric will flash forward and E forward to get into Pyroan's space. Pyroan will go down. Eric29 looking for a little bit more. Stone G picks up Biscuit Boy, and it is a 3-for-1 team fight going over the side of CR. Actually, 4-for-1 because of the solo kill top lane. Nicely done. And CR is slowly walking away with this game, almost a 4K gold lead at 13 minutes. And it looks like most of that is in the top and ADC role. It's a hen, 3K, over 3K ahead on the Sejuani. Nicely done. It looks like Sejuani is going to Heartsteel, but is going to get really late due to just not being able to farm. Pyron looking to do a sneaky blue buff steal here, but is running into Eric29. Pyron looking to solo Eric29 here, but I don't know if he can. He just doesn't have the DPS. But Kawastao is here. The ultimate comes out. And Best is here as well. Biscuit Boy will take down Eric29. The Bardog comes out, buying a little bit of time for Caress. Will he be able to do something with it? The Hen is here to back up Caress, but Caress will go down. Pyron falling quickly to Zahen. The Sejuani all comes out, but the Zahen passive procs. He does still, he does not have ultimate. Will he be able to get CC down? He is able to flash out. Can Biscuit Boy chase? No, he cannot. Nicely done by Bernie to get out of that one. Wow, kind of a big team fight for PvP. Takes down 2 on the side of CR, and CR is able to pick up 1 in return. Kawastao looking for Eric29, and Bessa does quite a bit of damage here, but do they have enough to take down Eric? I don't think so. Kawastao has to get out. Biscuit Boy getting chunked down as he tries to flee. This is probably one of the best uses of Mbessa I've seen in the Beer League. This guy's macro is pretty good. I love playing Mbessa, but I have way too much of boomer hands to play Mbessa, like as well as Biscuit Boy does. And the bomb from downtown stops Biscuit Boy back. Kawastao trying to and Pyroan trying to clear some vision here. Looks like the Void Grubs, or is it? No, it is Rift Herald now. Rift Herald will be taken out by CR. Gold lead remains pretty constant, but Bernie almost has his 2 items where he becomes an absolute menace. Yeah, once Bernie has that Triforce Sundered Sky, he becomes just a monster. And Jubilee getting caught out here by Air 29 and Air 29. The misuse of ults here. The Bard ult saving Jubilee from the Ziggs ult. This will be Eric 29 getting stunned up by Pyron completely though, but Pyron is all by himself. He will get almost taken out, but he's able to flash out. Caress in the middle of it all. Bernie looking to make some big plays here. And the ultimate comes down, and that will be Cow's Tail going down, but Bernie will fall in kind to Biscuit Boy. Biscuit Boy is taking a lot of damage. Oh, nice satchel. Nice Zig satchel. I don't think that W would have killed him, but it did knock him out to miss. Very nicely done. Biscuit Boy looking for a little bit more on the Caress here, but Caress did just use his ultimate, so he will heal up. That was a sick Zig satchel. Like I really don't think the Sejuani second part W was gonna kill, but oh, Biscuit Boy looking for another kill on the Air 29, but he will go invulnerable. Biscuit Boy having the flashback into the Dragon Pit. Caress is on the side here. A Cleaver does land on Jubilee, and Jubilee gets smacked by the Ziggs bomb. Will he get hit by another one? He will not. And this might just have to be PPP giving up the Dragon. And Caress looking to take the Grump away, but is not able to get it. Nice pressure by CR to push them off of the Dragon, though. And the Cow's Tail all does come out, and he does hop onto the Ziggs. And this will be Biscuit Boy jumping on him as well. The Bard all comes out to buy some time. Stone G will fall to Pyrowind. Nicely done. And Bessa getting pretty big here, and I think that's the champion they... Well, obviously you'd want Kate to get big, but if not Kate, then Mbessa. Kate having a little bit of a hard time here. Biscuit Boy might get caught out here. Big damage coming out. Eric 29 looking for a stun, but isn't able to land it. Mundo Cleaver doing a lot of damage. I think no one is going to ride the Rift Arrow here. It will charge in and will take down the turret. Muffin Man having a really hard time. Has to rush into Bimble Winner first just to complete an item. Interesting. Gold lead has shrunk just a tad bit. But I feel like as the game goes on, the game just gets that much harder and harder for PPP. Byron going for the double burn items to try and handle this Mundo and going into the late game. Muffin Man missing the Q. Byron looking for a play here. I don't know if they have... Oh, Bernie has to flash out. Nicely done by Pyron to get the lead out. And that will be the CC chain. Bernie uses his ultimate. Will he be able to get the Pyron? No, he will not. Oh, yeah, he will. Pyron will go down. How? What? Oh, Ignite. Ah. Nicely done by Bernie to get the return kill there. Yeah, I don't even know who you build your heal cut on. Maybe Mbessa, since she can hit multiple people with her abilities? Morg? Yeah, she can also hit, yeah. Yep. It always feels bad going a heal cut item as someone who's like ahead. Yeah, true. Plus she has DOT. Yeah, okay. Also true. Yeah, I like an early executioners. Yeah, Morello's does just suck ass, which is what I was saying. It feels bad to have to build it when you're doing so well, simply because the rest of your team just can't apply it that well. But no, I think getting an early executioner on Kalen would be good. All right, next objective coming up here is another Cloud Drake in 1 minute. Hopefully we see a nice big team fight come out for it. I don't know if we will. Muffin Man kind of in a weird position here. His ult does miss, so they're not able to collapse onto Stone G. Bernie getting a lot of damage down on Pyro in here, but Biscuit Boy is here. Then will be the CC chain. Nicely done by PPP. Eric flashes forward to engage onto Pyroin. And it looks like the Zigzag will come out and get Pyroin down. Does Eric 29 have enough damage to take down Biscuit Boy? Caress is here. Can Biscuit Boy take down Eric 29 before he dies? Yes, he does. But he is still alive. Biscuit Boy buying time. But he will eventually go down to Caress. And this will be a 2 for 3 for the side of CR. Nicely done. Honestly, a really good collapse. Onto PPP after using so much to kill Pyroin. And this will be a TP of Stone G. I feel like he could finish the turret. And CR starting up the dragon here. Trying to force PPP into making a play. Caress shield will go down. And I think this will just be CR easily taking this dragon. PPP trying to walk through a choke point against the Ziggs. Always a bad idea. Muffman getting pulled in by Bernie W. Is able to get out. Jubilee getting caught up by Caress here. A big Zigzag coming down on the Jubilee. Caress getting hit by his own team's Bard ultimate. He will go down as well. Jubilee is looking a little low here though. Bernie looking to go in. He gets a huge 4-man ulti. Nicely done by Bernie. Bernie will take down Callus Tau and Jubilee. Pyron looking for Stone G. He is able to pick it up. Bernie and Muffin Man about to duke it out. Who wins in this matchup? They're both equally fed. Biscuit Boy is looking ahead here. Pyro bits the stun onto Eric 29. Is able to stall just a little bit more. Biscuit Boy. I want to watch that Biscuit Boy fight. Okay, I don't normally do this, but we're gonna do it now. I want to watch this trade. Okay, so he goes down into his passive. Isn't this just so exhilarating? Look at that. They're like two evenly matched laners. Kind of crazy. If either of them had Garus wounds, that would have been just like the determining factor. Because Zahan applies it pretty well as well, but there's not too many heals on the side of PvP to warrant it. And CR's choosing to go to Otacon here. Muffin Man will get caught out by Bernie. Bernie not looking to look any further though. Actually he does. He dashes back in, but he will get knocked out, locked down by the Morgana Q. Ooh, nice Bard ult to stall Biscuit Boy and Catalyst Tau. That will be Muffin Man going down to Eric 29. Pyron get pushed into the Baron Pit, will be taken down by Eric 29 as well. Catalyst Tau will be next on the hit list. Nefiri chomping at the bit. Biscuit Boy and Jubilee just kind of not in the right position here, not able to follow up on the with the team. The Trots will be coming down to try and stall, but Biscuit Boy will get caught up by a cleaver. Will he be able to pick up one? Nope. He hits the Mundo with his ultimate and it doesn't even bring him up. Wow. You know, it wasn't even a throw because CR started it. And PPP came up to contest and just got engaged on. And instead of doing Otacon, they decided to go with the Baron. Are they going to do Otacon right afterwards? It looks like they will. Bernie is in the mid lane. Do they have a damage to get this down before Pyro shows up? It looks like they will. And Otacon and Baron go over to the side of CR. Huge gold lead, 8k gold lead at 27 minutes now, plus the roughly 3,000 gold that Otacon is worth in stats. So nicely done by CR to pull ahead in this game. It was looking roughly even. For a while there, and then that team fight just kind of threw it all away. And honestly, that was just kind of Jubilee and Biscuit being kind of out of position, in my opinion. The Morgana Q does not land. And Biscuit Boy looking for Bernie here. I don't know if he has the damage. Oh, he will ult out. Muffin Man doing his best to try and clear the wave here, but he isn't able to. Now he has to try and get out. Zigzag comes out looking to do some damage. Muffin Man throws his ult, but hits Mundo's passive. Kawastao trying to get out. It looks like he's getting slowed by the Bard. Just not enough damage to take him down. Muffin Man looking very low as well. Ghibli doing his best to break the siege, but the siege in the mid lane as well. And Biscuit Boy getting some good damage down on Eric 29. Eric 29 does invulnerable, I guess. The Leona R? I don't know. Untargetable, the Leona R? But dodges the Leona R and is able to walk out. Now the turret does go down. Muffin Man and Pyron looking for a kill on the Gress here. Gress has to flash out to avoid the Dark Binding. Yeah, untargetable Leona ult. This will be third Cloud Soul, or third Cloud Dragon being picked up by CR. Honestly, I really like Cloud Soul on the side of CR. The Bardo hits Eric 29, but Eric 29 is able to move forward. Gets a little bit of chunk on the Julie. Kawastao getting chunked down. CR looking to siege a little bit more now. Pyro getting engaged on by Bernie. Huge 4-man ult by Bernie. Bernie, it will go down before he can get his passive up, but dishing a whole lot of damage before he goes down. Biscuit Boy engaging on the Stone G. Will he be able to have enough damage to take him down? The Zonius comes out, and Biscuit Boy has to try and get out. The healing helps. Muffin Man completely field goals the side of CR, but Eric 29 will fall in response. They're on the wrong side of the wall here. Eric 29, Stone G might just be able to walk out. Caitlyn does not have ult, unfortunately, and might just almost. It dies to Stone G. Stone G is a menace this game. Biscuit Boy is gonna have to rely on his kit healing to get him through this one. Mundo pops his ultimate. Do they have enough damage to take him down? This is exactly what I was talking about in the pregame lobby. They just do not have enough damage to deal with this Mundo. The passive will get broken again. Biscuit Boy looking to re-engage. Oh my god, they wait until the ult comes out. Do they have enough damage? And Caress will take down 2 before going down himself. Yeah, they don't have any grievous wounds. I guess Kawastao does. This doesn't apply on immobilization anymore, does it? No, it used to apply when you immobilized. But I guess it doesn't do that anymore. Byron looking for Stone G here. Is he going to be able to get him? The ult does come out. The stun still goes through, even though he's only as he just dodged the damage. So nicely done by Power in there to get a catch out. And PPP are not out of this game yet. 2 inhibs down, but they're still putting up a fight. And Muffin Man just having a rough series. But I get it. I also had a rough series when I played against Bernie. Yeah, Morg or Caitlyn should have it. Oh, he has it now. Yeah, Pyroin and Biscuit Boy doing their best to keep their team in this fight. And Bernie again caught out here, but the rest of his team is here. But big chunk going down. Looking like we're about to have a team fight here. Muffin Man getting chunked out. Ooh, big Zahenhal, his passive is up. They're trying to kite it out. Big W before he goes into his passive to pull Jubilee and Muffin Man in. Nice Zahen play. And Eric29 dashing in to get range for his ultimate. Does he have the damage though to pull him down? He does not. Kato his towel trying to get out. Pyron looking low. Pyron does not have Zonias. He does have Zonias. He didn't use it. And that looks like CR will take game 2 and the series. Unless Mbessa is able to do something here. It is 1v4 though. And that will be PPP going down. CR take the win. Oh, wrong screen. Wow, look at these stats though. Look at these stats. Look at the Pyroin and the Biscuit Boy damage. That is just nuts. Putting them on their backs and just trying to hold on, just not able to. That second game was very hard fought by PPP. Definitely a lot closer of a game than game 1 was. So yeah, I commend PPP for giving it their all. But CR pulls off the quarterfinal win and will advance to the semis to face WIR, my team. Looking pretty excited to go against CR again, honestly. They were one of the teams that gave us the most trouble in the regular season series. So I'm excited to face them. We have been doing interviews. I wonder if any of these guys would want to join one. It's actually pretty late, so I'm probably not going to do an interview this time around. It was a late series, so yeah. So to everyone that tuned in, thank you. It has been fun. I've been enjoying casting again. I feel like I'm gonna try to get back into it more, so the burden doesn't all lie on the other guys. So thanks for tuning in, guys. Much appreciated. And yeah, have a good night. Bye.